G'day everyone, we're Krista and Tony, a couple of Australians that have taken a year off to travel the world. Starting our travels in America, we've rented a van for 60 days as we head along the west coast up to Canada. In this episode, we head up to Banff National Park via the Scenic Highway 40, where we climb the gondola, take on Johnston Canyon, and visit some incredible glacial lakes. So, after leaving Glacial National Park in the last episode, and having just recovered from COVID in the van, we headed across the USA-Canada border.
We made it to Canada! Canada!
So after getting through customs, we went to check out some local geology. So we're leaving Pincher Creek today, and we've just come past Crow's Pass, where we have an old mining town called Frank's Slide. It's this big cliff face here, and back in 1903, there was a massive rock slide, and the coal mine and the town got buried. And a couple of hundred people died, unfortunately. It's really sad, but have a look. It's pretty remarkable geology. Here's some of the rock slide now. You can pretty much walk on it. And there it is down there. That whole face came down, and there's a big thick coal seam that runs in below the bottom there. Presence of a weak layer of shale on the mountain and heavy rainfall were the main contributors, along with the mining activities below. On a positive note, there were several amazing stories of survival after the rock slide, where 17 trapped men dug through a small and soft coal seam, escaping to the surface 13 hours later. Apparently there was a horse in the tunnel when it collapsed. That they couldn't get out for 3 weeks, and they thought it was gone for sure, and they finally opened up the tunnel, and the horse had eaten all the bark off the stumps holding up the mine shaft, and had been drinking water dripping off the roof, and it survived for 3 weeks on its own, and it came walking out after 3 weeks. Pretty incredible. So we are driving on Highway 40 to Banff, and this mountain pass freeway is incredible. Check this out. The whole road is just this, mountains and valleys and snow. It's incredible.
And the road's pretty good condition, huh? We have some friends. They seem very happy. Hello, Mr. Goat. Please leave.
This is peak hour traffic here, Highway 40 heading to Banff.
Oh no!
Oh.
Guys, do not fight. That's not very nice.
Yeah, we've got some road rage happening here.
Okay, you're leaving.
So after witnessing a goat domestic, we drove further along Highway 40 towards Banff. So we just stopped here for lunch, and we found this amazing spot. And Krista's cooked up an amazing lunch. So we're about 20 minutes from Banff, and we've gone through Kansas, I think it's called. How do you pronounce it?
It's very abridged.
Kananaskis.
Why are you a bumbling man?
I'm not very good at this. Here we are in Banff. Unbelievable. This place is simply incredible. We're booked in at the Tunnel Creek, I think it's called, Tunnel Village campground. We booked in advance, but probably didn't need to unless you want a really good spot. So they've got showers, hot showers, and lots of bears apparently. So you got to lock everything up, just like most of our trip. And it hasn't rained yet. But now that I've said that, it's probably going to rain. I really wish I hadn't said that. You've spotted a ham?
It's a ham sandwich.
So, just arrived at the campground at Banff, and we're just waiting in line behind old mate here with his massive backpack.
Where are we going? Where are we?
We're at Banff campground.
There's so many campgrounds in
So, at Tunnel Mountain campground, the firewood is free, and there's heaps of it. So just gonna grab a few pieces for tonight.
I don't know which one's good.
The dry ones, that's always the good ones. Just tried to start lighting a fire, and I think I've done a pretty terrible job of it. I used the old Yosemite guide as kindling, and it's really not doing much. It's been doing that for like 10 minutes now. And we have Chef Extraordinaire. What have you got for us tonight?
We have mashed potatoes,
Yeah.
vegetables, and
Ooh.
Canadian pork.
Canadian pork. Wow.
I don't know what that means, but
What's that about?
I don't know. That's my Canadian accent.
Should I be a little concerned?
What? What? I found the sticks. Well, I didn't find it. I took it from the pine tree in front of us to make it a marshmallow tonight.
You're not going to stab me with it?
Not yet. Maybe after I'm done with it. I'm very good at this. I didn't burn my marshmallow. You burnt your marshmallow.
I burnt mine. And that fell in the fire. Pretty disappointing. Right, so what are you doing here?
Can improvise. So you chuck that in there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just hope for the best.
So you got chocolate, you got chip cookies, and Hershey's Kisses.
Hugs.
Oh.
And then you just make a little sandwich.
Finally made one. I didn't burn it, I didn't scorch myself, and it didn't go on the fire.
Leviosa.
Ah!
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Mmm! Mmm.
Sandwich. You attracting the bears.
Oh, don't drop any crumbs, you'll get the bears. Oh, God. So the next day, Krista cooked up an epic breakfast, and then we headed into town. So I spoke too soon. It looks like the rain is here. So day 2 of Banff, our American SIM cards do not work, so we're going to walk into town, hopefully get some new SIM cards, check things out at the information centre, and then maybe do some sightseeing later this afternoon, depending on this weather. And I got Little Red Riding Hood here with me. So we then explored the town of Banff, checking out a few cafes and grabbing some poutine, while we had a break from all the rain.
What is this? Is this trees?
I think so. If you're planning to drive into Banff, the best place to score free parking is the local train station, which is just a short walk from the heart of town. Next stop was one of the nearby lookouts, which overlooks the entire town of Banff. The next stop, we decided to visit Johnston Canyon. The drive from Banff took about 20 minutes with some epic mountain ranges along the way. After we parked, we set off on the Johnston Canyon Trail. Ready for adventure and ready to avoid any bears. Seriously, we were absolutely terrified of bears the entire time in Canada. The lower falls were an easy 1.1 kilometre hike, so we figured it would be a piece of cake. And we were right, it was actually a pretty easy walk. The scenery was absolutely stunning and the sound of rushing water below our feet was music to our ears. But we didn't stop there. We decided to tackle the upper falls, which involved a 3.4 kilometre hike. A bit more strenuous, but we were rewarded with the even more breathtaking views. Plus we got to walk on a metal platform right above the water. It was pretty cool. However, we did notice that some people had dropped their belongings over the edge of the trail, especially at one of the waterfalls, including a crashed drone. Ugh. So remember to be careful and respect the natural surroundings when you're out hiking. It's an animal.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I think it was a bear. So this is Lake Minnewanka. I think that's how you say it, it's probably not. This is just to the east of Banff, and it is absolutely incredible. So it's about 7 o'clock at night, and it's still really sunny out. The sun doesn't set till like 8:30 or nearly 9 o'clock. And we're just about to have dinner overlooking this beautiful lake. Chris just up there now, cooking up an absolute storm because she's a legend. And I'm having a nice little beverage and taking some photos. So the next day we booked an all-you-can-eat buffet at the Sky Bistro, which was for around $100 Canadian, including the lift ticket. Only problem was, to get to the restaurant you needed to catch the gondola to the summit of Sulphur Mountain.
It's so fast. I'm not freaking out. I'm totally not freaking out. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
No,
please, God, please.
This is good.
Oh my god, I'm gonna faint.
This is very safe and it's a lot of fun. And look how high we're getting.
Oh, look at that, please, God, please.
So today we're on the Banff Gondola and we're going to the top. We've booked a restaurant all-you-can-eat buffet, and hopefully it doesn't rain and we get a nice view of the mountains. So it should be fun. Right?
I'm gonna die.
You'll be okay, gorgeous.
Please don't smoke me. Oh my god. God, please, God, please, God.
We're okay. Thanks. Krista overcame her fear of heights and we made it to the top to enjoy amazing views which overlook the town of Banff below. The all-you-can-eat lunch was incredible, nearly as good as the view, including a variety of delicious meats, vegetarian options, along with coffee, tea and dessert. So after eating way too much, we stumbled around on the Summit Ridge Boardwalk, checking out the amazing views and visiting the nearby Cosmic Ray Station, National Historic Site, which was once used by scientists to study the Earth's atmosphere. Then lastly, we had to get the gondola ride back down, just as the wind managed to pick up. We made it! We're just coming back down to Earth now. See? It was easy, right?
Yay! I did not die.
Well, that's it for this episode. Join us in the next one where we explore some of the most incredible lakes in Banff National Park, Lake Moraine and Lake Louise, where we hike to some of the best lookouts, and I'll explain the geology behind why some of these lakes are so incredibly blue. Thanks for watching, everyone, and if you enjoyed, support our channel and give us a follow.